Valorant is full of, well, bullshit. From annoying characters to overpowered abilities and stupid maps, Valorant is full of things that the community loves to hate. So, this week we want to take a look at what Riot really got wrong with their tactical shooter. But before we start, I just want to make sure you are subbed to the channel, so hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and buckle up, because today we are counting down the top 10 most broken bullshit in Valorant history. Kicking off our list is something so broken that it didn't even make it out of beta. It's Raze's grenades. That's right, I said grenades, as in plural.
I think he's right side.
He's in mid still.
This character is stupid!
Raze's kit was generally overpowered back in the beta, but the biggest problem was her grenades. See, back then, Raze had 2 grenades that could rip through teams so easily, she made Valorant look like a utility dumping simulator. Luckily, Riot decided to nerf Raze just before launch, removing one of her paint shells and instead changing it so that she gets another grenade after a player secures 2 kills. And sure, she's less broken now, but Raze is still capable of some outrageous plays.
Paranoia is gonna have to be wasted on this. Oh, Asuna! He gets the triple off the rocket as the 4th kill. He's working on the ace. Asuna, absolutely monstrous performance there on short A, looking for the last player.
In our number 9 spot, we have something that has plagued Valorant since day 1, running and gunning.
Wait, what?
In Valorant, the aim penalty for moving while shooting is so insignificant that running and gunning with the Phantom and Spectre is actually a viable option. Plus, since there are no distinct spray patterns in Valorant, gunplay can sometimes feel pretty unrewarding. Simply put, dying to a stray bullet from somebody running around a corner is infuriating.
You think so?
1000%. How do I do that right now?
Riot nerfed running and gunning back in June, but honestly, it wasn't enough. Moving and shooting still works way too well. Coming in at number 8 is Day 1 Killjoy, who could annihilate you with her alarm bot Molly combo.
I'm so dead here. I can't see. Yo, mid's open right now.
Is that 1 default?
2 default. Okay.
On launch, Killjoy's turret and alarm bot were active regardless of how far she got from them. This meant that your team could essentially stack an entire site and leave Killjoy's utility on the other side of the map to hold things down for you. Thankfully, after a lot of outrage, Riot proceeded to nerf her mollies and change the rest of her kit so it would no longer be active if she moved more than 40 meters away from them. Today, Killjoy is nowhere near as oppressive as she used to be, but those first few weeks were hell. Sliding into the number 7 spot is a map that was the single most hated thing in all of Valorant back when it was released. You know we're talking about Icebox.
If it's Icebox, I'm gonna puke in my mouth.
With an insane amount of angles to clear, attacking either of Icebox sites was a nightmare. This, combined with the long rotations, made it nearly impossible to sell a fake.
Long rotations, hard to fake stuff. There's a lot of like high elevation. Generally maps with high elevation don't get liked because CS, there's not a lot of like vertical crosshair movement.
Icebox was so bad when it came out that we made an entire video about the community's hatred towards it. But Riot recently made some changes to the map, making it easier for teams to attack B site, so you don't have to worry about getting shot through the same box every time you try to plant. Slowing her way into the number 6 spot, we have Sage, who, like many agents, was pretty broken upon release. Back then, Sage's wall had 1000 health, completely shutting down any sort of sight hit with ease. Sure, you could break it with bullets or your knife, but on pistol rounds, that meant wasting precious seconds and basically all of your ammo on one stupid wall. Her wall could last up to 40 seconds, and with 2 slow orbs that lasted 9 seconds each, Sage could basically lock down a single section of the map for most of a round. At this point, Riot's basically nerfed all of Sage's abilities, and nowadays, she's balanced. Mostly.
absolutely terrible. Okay, Resurrection gonna be used, and this time it's Sick to fall instead of Shazam, so the Blade Storm still available. Shazam goes up top. He is eventually gonna fall again. That's 2 deaths on the round, and yay, over the top. Resurrection traded, and Andbox are not giving this one up easy. It looks flawless. It looks like an ace because that's exactly what it was.
Coming in at our number 5 spot is one of the most obnoxious metas in Valorant's history, the Stinger meta.
Asuna Zek defending very close. Oh, Asuna! That is insane with the Stinger!
The hip fire spread on this weapon was extremely tight, and with its high rate of fire, you were able to laser opponents from ridiculous distances. In a lot of situations, it was as good as a rifle, meaning everyone was buying cheap Stingers instead of Phantoms and Vandals. Eventually, Riot nerfed the gun's bullet spread and rate of fire, making the gun more or less usable. Flying into the number 4 spot, we have one of the most BS abilities in the entire game, Skye's Flash.
Holy f***! Dude!
These damn birds have been turning player screens white since Skye was released. But beyond the annoying flash, the most broken part of this ability is that Skye actually tells you if it hit an enemy. That's right, you get free information on top of a wicked flash, meaning that she can pop a flash through smokes and take aggressive duels no other agent can. Every other Flash character has to strategically decide when they want to use their utility, because if they go in on a bad flash, they die. But Skye is brain dead. You can just mindlessly flash through a smoke or around a corner, hear the word blinded, and you have all the info you need. Talk about balanced.
I'll take
Go.
It's you, it's you.
One enemy remaining.
In our number 3 spot, we have one of the most broken weapons in the entire game, the Classic.
KO.
I have you. Go ahead and
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Oh my god.
Spike down mid.
I went for another right click because I was just feeling it.
The Classic's right click shoots 3 bullets simultaneously with a pretty tight spread, but the biggest issue is its jumping accuracy. Turns out you can brain people while jumping with this stupid pistol, meaning you're spamming shots and dodging enemies with little risk. Oh, and did we mention that this is a free gun?
The shock shots being bounced around. Eco trying to pre-fire this position. Oh, right click. Oh, no way, Eco. He's got himself 3.
Oh my god, what a round from Hiko!
The Classic was finally nerfed once again in patch 3.09, making the firing error while running and jumping much more significant. This is the nerf that the community was begging for, but only time will tell if it's enough. Coming in at our runner-up spot is the single most overpowered bullshit gun Valorant has ever produced so far, the Judge.
But nonetheless, speaking of leading, now leads the scoreboard. All 5, so clean.
The Judge is supposed to be an auto shotgun, but the range on this thing is absolutely ridiculous. You can spam shots off from across the map and clean up your opponents with ease. Hell, back in March, a controller-wielding Cypher one trick even managed to hit rank 22 on the NA server just from abusing this one busted weapon.
No way. He's at 50. I was not ready for this.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a controller Cypher?
Riot nerfed the Judge's range, damage, and even its price, but this hasn't stopped players like dasnerth from dominating the game with it. Simply put, the Judge is still very much broken.
One enemy remaining.
Despite countless nerfs, Jett still remains the single most broken agent in the entire game, which is why she takes the number 1 spot on our list. Riot has nerfed her smokes, her updraft, her ult, and even the cost of her abilities, but Jett still reigns supreme. Why? Because Riot hasn't touched the one ability that makes her so damn oppressive, her dash.
could potentially catch 100 Thieves off guard, just like CNED will find Steel inside shop.
Jet's Tailwind ability allows her to take aggressive peeks with an operator and get in and out of tight situations without getting punished. And even after the nerfs, Jet still remains the only agent that could reliably carry an op.
The gun, the op is only viable in Jet, and that's a problem in my opinion.
Riot accidentally fixed Jet when the patch broke her dash and forced her to take her gun out again whenever it ended, but unfortunately, it got hotfixed. So, until Riot decides to actually do something about her dash on purpose, Jet will continue to terrorize ranked games everywhere. Well, folks, that's our list. If you think we missed anything, let us know down in the comment section below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'll set you up now.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
That's just ego.
You're getting
Oh my god!
They never fake.
Go away, I will all be with my cam. Go away.
142 Raze, 10 HP. What the f is that peak, man? You have to be f***ing kidding me.